He looked right into my eyes and said, Chrissy, I'm never taking you to the West. And I said, good, then you might actually keep me. If that line made your heart jump, don't go anywhere, because tonight I'm going to tell you why saying no to America gave me everything Western women keep losing: time, touch, and togetherness. Hello everybody, we're here in Camiguin Island, volcano on the other side, the sea on the other, and I'm going to show you what life can look like when you stop chasing the myth of better and start living what's actually good. The decision that shocked my friends. When Rob and I met, I was teaching school. I had the degree, the routine, the salary that disappeared before the month did. He was different, calm, steady, funny in that quiet Western way that feels safe. Then one night over coffee he said, if we get serious, I need you to know something. I don't want to bring you to the West. And I laughed. I thought he was just testing me, but he was serious. He said, you'll make money there, but you'll lose everything else. He started listing it: the commute, the taxes, childcare costs, the call that never ends. He talked about friends divorced because they never had time to look at each other. I remember thinking, he's crazy, and he's right. Because the truth is, I didn't want to be rescued. I wanted to be present. What I chose instead. So I stayed where I could hear my little boy laugh from the next room. Stayed where family was a drive away, not a flight and a credit card. We built a life with help for the hard stuff and time for the hard stuff. I teach again, but now I teach here through our YouTube channel, through you, our clients. In the West, I would have been a teacher with a timetable. Here, I am a woman with freedom, and of course a husband on my side who doesn't just visit me between shifts. The funny part, my Western friend says, you're lucky, and I say, no, I'm local. Happiness by the numbers. Let's make numbers sound sexy for a minute. A two-bedroom villa by the beach here in the Philippines may be 40,000 pesos a month, under $700. In California, try $4,000 plus parking. A private school here in the Philippines for a child will cost 12,000 pesos to 20,000 pesos, a fraction of US tuition. A fresh pineapple smoothie made by someone smiling at you, 80 pesos. For the price of one Starbucks latte in Seattle, you can buy 2 drinks and still have enough left to tip someone who calls you ma'am. More important than the price is what you get back, and that is time. Because when everything costs less, you argue less, you laugh more, and you remember why you fell in love in the first place. The Western dream that turned cold. But there's another side. I have friends who left. Let's call one of them Liza. She married a good man, moved to Ohio. At first, everything was new. The snow, the car, the mall with heat. Year 1 was Instagram perfect. Year 2 was Netflix in numbers. Her husband worked, she stayed home, and the loneliness crept in. By year 3, she had friends saying, girl, you're too young to settle. By year 4, she was on Tinder just to see. They're divorced now. He's heartbroken. She's back here trying to find herself again. That's not every story, but it's too many. Not because they were bad people, but because they lost their village. In the Philippines, you can't stay sad for long. There's always a neighbor at the gate saying, hey, let's have a coffee. In the West, you need an appointment just to cry with someone. Why Filipinas fall in love differently? Here's something a lot of people miss. We don't fall in love with status. We fall in love with stability. When a Filipina meets Western man, she's not dreaming for shopping malls. She's dreaming for peace. A man who doesn't yell, a man who does what he says, and a man who can laugh without liquor. That's rare now, even here in the Philippines. So when you show up kind, steady, and honest, we see you as a mirror of what we wish our own culture still protected. That's why age doesn't scare us, because character doesn't wrinkle. And that's why this mix, Western calm and Filipino warmth, works when you protect it from outside noise. The culture curve. Every couple crosses a border they can't stamp in a passport. Mine was learning the love and culture speak with the same mouth but different accents. In the West, you're taught to say exactly how you feel, even if it breaks the room. Here, we say it softer. We protect the room so feelings can survive till morning. When Rob first saw me go quiet during an argument, he thought I was hiding, but I wasn't. I was making space for peace to come back. Now he calls that my Filipino reboot. I call it emotional Wi-Fi. Stronger when you stop yelling at it. What the numbers don't tell you. Everywhere I look, Western media sells independence. But independence is only sweet if someone's waiting when you come home. So let's talk data with feelings. Oh, it's so cold in here. Average American marriage length today could be 8.2 years. Average Filipino marriage, more than 20. Different laws, yes, but also different priorities. Here, loyalty is oxygen. In the West, it's sometimes treated like old software. When men move here, they rediscover what it means to be admired for presence, not paychecks. And when women stay here, we keep the aunties, cousins, church titas who remind us what commitment smells like. Rice cooking, not perfume from a club. Temptation story, Shirley and Mark. Let me tell you about Shirley and Mark. Mark is 65, retired Navy, and Shirley is 32, nurse from Bohol. He promised her California's sun, but she didn't realize that sun hides for half the year. By Christmas, she was homesick enough to decorate the living room with jeepney stickers. Mark loved her, but work pulled him 12 hours a day. She joined the Filipino community group, and the first thing the other wives taught her wasn't cooking, it was complaining. They told her, "Girl, you've got a green card now. You don't need to ask permission for anything." And in that freedom, she lost her friendship with her husband. 3 years later, she's back in Bohol, raising chickens and peace of mind. Love can survive distance. It cannot survive disconnection. The Western woman's paradox. I sometimes scroll Western TikTok. Women my age, they are exhausted, working, mothering, still told to have it all. Here's the secret. Having it all is overrated. Enjoying enough is freedom. I cook when I want, order food when I don't want to. I work beside my husband, not behind him. We share the same desk, the same jokes, the same pillow schedule. That's what equality looks like when the bills don't eat romans for breakfast. And yes, we still argue, of course, but our fights end with hugs and not separate bedrooms. Because nothing kills passion faster than exhaustion. Trust but verify. Now, gentlemen, let's talk about the part you hate admitting. You meet a girl online, she's sweet, she smiles, she calls you my love, you send 3,000 pesos for load, then another 5,000 pesos for grandma's hospital bill. You think you're helping. Maybe you are. Maybe you're feeding a team of scammers in a back room in Cebu. That's why I always say, trust, but verify. You can be generous and smart. That's why I built my open source social media investigation service. We don't hack, we observe. We cross-check her photos, friends, posting times, and connections. If she's real, I will tell you. If she's not, I will save you. Men who use this service says it's the first night they've slept in weeks. So before you send another peso, dollar, or pound, visit flymetothe@gmail.com and let me help you see the truth without losing the dream. Because the right Filipina won't fear transparency. She'll thank you for protecting both your hearts. The real price of peace. People keep asking, Chrissy, what did you give up to stay? I smile and say, nothing I wanted. Because here, peace is affordable. It's built into the cost of living. Our electric bill, about 4,000 pesos. Our stress bill, 0. Rob used to say, in the West, you spend half your paycheck staying alive and the other half convincing yourself it's worth it. Here, we spend less money and more time touching each other's lives. Try putting that on a spreadsheet. Money and mood. Let's get practical again, because sensuality loves security. When bills shrink, romance grows muscles. When rent drops, hugs last longer. Average expat budget here, 80,000 pesos to 110,000 pesos, a month of $1,400 or $1,900. That's full life with private insurance, weekly dates, and 2 weekend getaways a month. Try doing that in Phoenix or Perth. You'd need triple the cash and half the sleep. And ladies watching, never feel guilty for wanting comfort. You can still be humble while living happy. Comfort isn't greed, it's lubricant for love. If you want the details, the visas, the neighborhoods, the dating apps that actually work, grab our book, Fly Me to the Philippines on Amazon. It's the guide every Western man wishes he'd read before the first plane ticket or the first heartbreak. And if you'd rather talk than read, book a consultation with me and Rob, who will help you plan, protect, and prosper here. Because paradise works best when it's planned by people already living in it. Truth in the tropics. I love my country, but I also love the truth. And the truth is, some women online are angels, some are actors, and some are entire cast members in a business built to bleed you dry. Don't hate them, just outsmart them. That's why my open source social media investigation exists. I personally check your latest profiles, reverse search her photos, map her connections, and flag inconsistencies. It's legal, ethical, and gentle. If she's authentic, you get proof and peace. If she's not, you get your life back. Men write me later saying, Chrissy, you didn't just save my money, you saved my faith in Filipinas. That means everything to me. So before you fall too fast, trust, but verify. Why I stayed. I stayed because I wanted life that feels like Sunday. I wake to mountain mist in Bukidnon and fall asleep to ocean air in Camigan. I hear my son laugh, my husband breathe, and the rain argue with the roof. That's wealth. The kind no bank tracks and no divorce can divide. And maybe the best part, here I still get to be feminine without apologizing for it. I can be soft and strong in the same sentence. I can wear a dress and still have voice. That's not weakness, that's balance. The checklist for men who want to win. Gentlemen, listen close. If you want to thrive here, memorize these 5 rules. Number 1, lead with calm, not cash. 2, outbound only. If she contacts you first, delete and breathe. Number 3, video early. A real woman will show her face faster than a scammer shows a story. Number 4, meet her world before moving her to yours. And number 5, trust but verify. If you follow those, you won't just find a partner, you'll find peace. The happy expat formula. Our happiest expat friends all share 4 habits. Number 1, they keep Filipino friends, not just foreign ones. Number 2, they respect family dynamics instead of trying to rewrite them. Number 3, they built a little business or purpose project, something that keeps them interesting. And lastly, they treat their wives as teammates, not trophies. The result? Love that lasts longer than the sun. What Western men don't see coming. Many men move here expecting a romantic vacation. Then, they discover it's also a mirror. The Philippines will show you who you are. Patience matters. Generosity matters. Listening matters more than the leadership. If you can do those, you'll attract the kind of Filipina who doesn't ask for money, but she asks for meaning. Love at local speed. One more truth from our consultations. Slow love wins here. When you text less and talk more, she trusts you. When you visit instead of promise, she believes you. When you verify instead of accuse, she respects you. Slow love is still physical, just with a heartbeat instead of a timer. The goodnight monologue. So, why did I stay? Because paradise isn't a postcard, it's a rhythm. It's rice on the table, wind in the curtains, and someone you still want to hold after dinner. If you're watching this thinking, I want that, you can. Just learn from those who already live it. Start by reading the book, or better yet, talk to us. And whether you find love here or there, promise me one thing. Don't confuse a new location with a new you. Find the you who can still laugh in a storm, still trust after being lied to, still love enough to verify. Because men who do that never lose. And if you're planning to come here in the Philippines and settle down or find love, always remember, fly smart, fly with confidence, only here from Fly Me to the Philippines.